All right, there we go. Okay. Now that we've gotten the sucker punching out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with these fine people at home. Hi! William Tramp, also known as This F and GM here. I am the narrator for this game of Basements and Besties, the Dark Lanterns of Sharn. We have a very fun game of A5E's Level Up here for you. That's a game by Ian Publishing. They used to sponsor us. They no longer sponsor us, but soon enough we will be sponsored by Apple. We will not be sponsored.
We can't do this bit every week.
We can't do this every week. Okay, fine. But you know what we can do every week is we can introduce our characters through the magic of storytelling. Ooh. So the magic of storytelling is going to go ahead and have us answer this question in character. We're going to go ahead and answer the question, what is your character thankful for? I am well aware that when this episode comes out, it's going to be way after Thanksgiving, but for us right now, it was yesterday. So, Connor, we're going to go ahead and start with you.
Hi, I'm Connor. I play Colton, a human warlock that made a deal with death and did not read the terms. Colton is just thankful, and this is going to sound really stupid and hokey, he's thankful for his friends.
Why is that stupid and hokey?
He doesn't have a lot in the world, and just having, he purposefully kind of separated himself from his family. He doesn't want them to be in danger, and he has, 3, now 4 people that he knows he can count on and has his back, and it's just, in a very kind of bleak existence, it's just nice to have.
Why is that hokey? That's not hokey. That's great.
Hokey. That's heartwarming. That is lifetime original play-by-play.
That's true. All we need is a girl who likes dogs for you or something. I don't know. Whatever, right?
Yeah. And Steve Portland.
Likes dogs.
A person that likes dogs.
Gotcha, Will. Okay. Anyway, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and go from you to Dennis.
Yep. Go, Dennis, go.
I'm Dennis. I open mouth too much. I play RJ, the Warforged adept, who is exploring his place in humanity while being dedicated to the defense of Breland. He's thankful that when the war was done, the Warforged did not get decommissioned and were allowed to integrate into life to try to see how much more human, creaturely they could be. And that he's finding a place amongst people that he's very happy with.
Good. All right. Well, I have no follow-up to that. Usually I have a follow-up line, but I've got nothing. Yay. Oh, no. What happened?
You're the DM now.
You're the DM.
Big
You win.
mouth wins.
You're the
Big
DM.
Mouth
Here's the chair, buddy. All right, we're going to go ahead and move from you. We're going to move over to Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I play Brock, the Bugbear Berserker Artificer who Jesus. Sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, the multi-class is really throwing me for a loop here, even though I decided to do it. The Bugbear person who finds life a little dull without an explosion every now and then. Brock is thankful for being given a sort of second chance to make something of himself with his life by the Braylish military and subsequently the Braylish government.
Well, because we know the path you could have gone down.
Yeah.
We've seen that path.
We have.
Yeah.
And fuck that guy.
Yeah.
glad he didn't become that guy.
Glad he didn't become that guy. Yeah. Ron Perlman Bugbear, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, excellent. That's good. That's a good thing to be thankful for. We're going to go ahead and move to Sarah.
I'm Sarah, and I am playing Deidre, a human rogue who is trying to find her place in a world without war. And Dee is thankful for Adelaide for being the person that can show her a different side of herself. She didn't know she had the ability to be a nice, fancy woman until she met Adelaide.
You were talking about yours. You were talking about Connor. You were talking about yours being the Lifetime original, and he was like, Dee was a workaholic until she met her friend Dee, the free spirit, also workaholic, who taught her how to be able to love again. Oh, that's wonderful. There we go. This is going to be Lifetime.
Adelaide took her glasses off and
Who is she? Who is this girl? But don't tell anyone, because we're spies. Fuck. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, we're going to go ahead and now, last but not least, Cassie.
Hi, I'm Cassie. I play Adelaide Oleander, a human bard whose own story has stepped outside her dragon-marked house. So Adelaide is thankful for her loved ones, but I guess to sort of be a little bit more specific, since it's kind of already been talked about, I think she's very thankful for her family, especially given that she, within this group and also with other people that we know, her friends and people that we've met and encountered, not everybody has the loving family support she realizes that she's had, right? Especially like there's some daddy issues with a lot of people that we've met, and she has a great relationship with both of her dads. So I think having the kind of family dynamic that she has.
Yeah, no, I mean, especially within considering your character's circumstances of being exorciated from the family, but you know, more the business entity, right? So, you I mean, well, this one character has his dad's a jerk. Your two dads are awesome. Take that.
My stepdad is great.
Your stepdad is
Your
great.
stepdad is
Your
great.
stepdad is awesome. We love your stepdad. So okay, well that covers the meet the characters portion. Now we should go ahead and discuss what's been happening with the characters. So who wants to go ahead? We're gonna. Your characters recently went on an assignment. RJ, it was your first assignment with this group. What kicked off this whole this assignment?
What kicked off the whole assignment was that there was a where he entered there was a large explosion in one of the districts, and they had already been investigating and involved with it, and he joined them in trying to figure out exactly who caused it and how it went down. And from that point, it actually led to down the same path that they actually had a personal quest put upon them by somebody they had met beforehand to find an object.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. You guys were not only did you have an assignment, but you also had a personal quest that's sort of been hanging over this whole thing. What was that personal quest, Sarah?
Our personal quest was to repay the debt that we incurred for bringing me back to life for the very prominent family whose name I cannot remember.
Cassie, what is the name of that family?
It's the Didanius. It's Lord Sidron, who is the head of the Sharn branch of the Didanius Dragonmark House.
Okay, now because Lord Sidron, who is confided in you that two of his children have been consigned to death due to a pact that he had made long ago before these children were even born, before he even met his second wife. Effectively, their souls are forfeit within the next about 2 weeks, unless if these particular items are found. What are you looking for?
The Stone of Galore.
And
the hidden cache of treasure hidden by our friend Bonel Ernelview's father, who embezzled all of it and hid it. And the Stone of Galore is the only thing that can find it.
Is the key to it. Yeah. Now, what's the problem with the Stone of Galore, though?
It's 4 different pieces.
Ooh. Okay.
And we have one, Lord Sidron has one, and we are still short 2.
Yes, and those 3 pieces can be summed up as being the stone itself and then the 3 eyes. Mm-hmm. So you managed to get this stone by because you tracked down the person who's responsible for the explodiness in the district, which was who was that? Who was ultimately responsible for it?
It was a pair of brothers who are Undarian ambassadors. Oh my God, the Irlantars.
The Irlantars, yes.
Who we discovered had bought an automaton, a nimble right, to retrieve one of the eyes from a gnome by the name of Dalakar, I believe.
Correct. Now, you guys broke into the Irlantar Villa only to find out that you were not the only ones who had this idea. You met, if I'm not mistaken, 2 distinct factions, other than the Lantars or yourselves, within that organization. The first faction is one that Dee has a personal connection with. What is that faction that you've run into?
Tarkanan.
House Tarkanan. Right now, House Tarkanan has something a little odd going on internally, which is that they have been split into 2. The assumption here is that the very violent faction that you met with inside are probably the offshoot faction, this
Yes.
brand new faction. Hopefully not connected to the young man that Dee is personally interested in. Who was the second faction, Cassie?
So the second faction, we don't know their names, but they are a group of changelings who we have since put together. Were the various sailors and shipmen connected to Captain Maurice Botet and the carnival ship, the Adelaide.
The carnival show, and you mentioned the carnival. What's the carnival called, by the way?
Gotta find it in my notes, which is gonna take
Glad
me.
you didn't ask me.
The
Ship du Noma.
Cirque du Étonnement.
So I was pretty close.
Cirque du Étonnement.
Sorry, French.
Yes, and you believe that there may be some sort of connection there. You managed to, while you're into the Orange Villa, you found the stone, you found a handful of notes, and then this led to a chase as you tried to escape with these items. And you were followed by the Changeling faction, you were followed by the Lantars, and another faction joined in that chase. Who joined in? Dask the Monster Gang joined in as well. Now, during this chase, you managed to pick up, through some delightful pickpocketing skills, you managed to pick up some missives from some of these factions, and once you made it back to your base, to your home, White Stag Manor, you were able to, you began to kind of look at some of these clues and decided to put together your next steps. So, this morning you wake up, hold on here. Oh, I forgot to play my intro music, which is supposed to be playing while
We'll get it in post.
We'll get it in post. We will not get it in post. We are not going to get it in post.
I can put it in post.
But we're not going to do it. Okay, so we open up. It is the next day. You've gotten your rest. It is the next day now. And it is, what is today's date? Let me give you a date. It is the 27th of Larvion. You have about 2 weeks until your deadline with Lord Cedron Dedinieth. You wake up, Adelaide, you've just gotten the notification on. I looked at it, like you get like a House Kundarok little card. Like a little magic card that just shows your group funds, and you get that ding ding. Just lets you know how much funds that you guys have. Within the group, you've been paid the amount that you have been promised for this mission, because you have now been officially sanctioned by
Captain Delft.
Yep, Assistant
Inspector General.
Assistant
Stover
Inspector.
Delft.
Yes, exactly. So this is now an officially sanctioned group, a sanctioned mission, and you guys are off. So you wake up the next day, and tell me what's going on. What's your plan?
I believe we said investigating Quill Alley would be probably the easiest place to start. Yeah.
But first, we have to find out where Quill Alley is. Which I don't believe any of us currently know.
Doesn't ring a bell.
We can either go a more official route and actually go into like city records and stuff like that, or we can go an unofficial route and talk to anybody, informant that may know more about the city. Either way would work to try, or we can split and both try.
I would say divide and conquer, because time is not our friend right now. So if we have multiple routes of gathering information, I think we should use multiple routes.
Okay. Don't disagree there.
I was thinking of maybe going to the market later, so maybe while we're there, we just ask around a bit.
Yes.
I think we'll talk to Lloyd, see what he knows. If he's heard of the name.
Clicks downtown would probably be helpful. He can give me at least the schematics of how the city's laid out. So if it's an official alley, he'd be able to tell me if it's actually a labeled alley or not.
I can go and I can ask Daddy if it's an official alley, then mail and couriers are probably sent.
If you were to do that, I would also try to see if he can think of anybody that would match with any of those initials. Since you said that the writing seemed to be of a much more higher class than what most of us interact with.
Yes, PK.
Yeah, PK.
It just seems like it might be outside some of our realms.
Yeah. What was the name we had connected to Quill Alley?
Frederick Winkeep.
Frederick Winkeep.
Franklin.
Franklin
Franklin
Winkeep. Yep, that guy.
Winkeep. Right. Yeah, your contact RJ would probably be the best one to figure out if that's an actual place, so I'd vote we start there personally.
Okay. If you want to come with me, you can do that as they split, because we may also check the Hall of Names, see if we can get something on Franklin.
No?
All right.
You said you were going to the market?
Yeah, I was gonna spend some of this stuff on this. He like taps the card, spend some of that on some supplies for what's coming.
Does anybody else need anything currently?
I do. I need a pearl. 100 gold worth.
Okay, well, we're going to the magic item shop. Maybe maybe we can double up while we're there.
Right.
Okay, so I understand then. It sounds like who's all going shopping? Right, okay, so you're going shopping.
I guess I'm going with him.
Okay, the two of you are going shopping. The two of you are going to the house of, or to the to where your friend Talos works.
Talos works down in the city ordinances.
Okay, yeah, and then and you're trying to investigate the location of Brindle, or I'm sorry, my apologies, of Quill Alley.
Quill Alley
is what you're trying to investigate first, and then what are you attempting to do?
I'm going to Lloyd to see if he's heard of this person's name or if he knows where Quill Alley is.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So we have two groups effectively trying to do the same thing here. So what we're going to do here is I am going to go ahead and just roll because this is what I like to call searching for a specific location here.
Hey.
So we're going to go ahead and then I'm going to roll the same amount of time it takes for both of you. And let me see here. Okay, this is going to take half the day between waiting in line, trying to get through traffic and such, getting these people to talk. And what I'm going to need from from you is for Sarah, I need you to give me a investigation check. This is going to you're going to be giving me a charisma investigation check. This will represent your basically because you're having a conversation with a friend effectively for this, because the two of you are trying to go through bureaucracy to find this. This is going to be a intelligence investigation, but one of you will make the check, and the other one is giving advantage to that roll.
Do we get anything for being going through my contact?
No, because
Okay.
that's you get the ability to make this roll.
Okay.
Yeah, effectively, just like she gets the ability to make the roll.
23.
Okay, not 2023.
My investigation is a 1, so why don't you...
Mine too, but that's fine. I'll roll if you want to.
Yeah, you roll, I'll give you advantage.
Okay.
Okay. Now you guys go ahead and keep those numbers to yourself. We'll get to you in a minute. So here's what I'd like to know from you guys. So you guys are heading shopping. So you guys are where are you going shopping at?
Is the Mystic Market in Clifftop still?
Yes, it
still
is.
A place?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's absolutely. The Mystic Market is just outside, is just a few blocks away from your dwelling. So it's Clifftop. It is when you first arrived in Clifftop, you remember that it was this vibrant market. All manners of people can be found in the Sunlit Market here, which exists in a series of interconnected bridges and tower balconies. At a nearby stall, an ogre haggles with a Sahuagin merchant over a set of pungent-smelling coral, while above you see a human woman is doing her bit that you've seen her do a couple times of diving off a 40-foot platform to demonstrate the effectiveness of a Featherfall token that a merchant at the base of the platform is selling. In the middle of the district, you see floats this giant white tower, seemingly made of solidified light. Floating above it, above its pinnacle, is an image of an open book, whose pages are ever flipping. So you are. What sort of shop are you looking for first?
Well, you're getting the pearl, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I need to get a pearl. I also don't know if it's possible if we could have brought the kids with us for a little outing, since we're just down to the market. I feel like they've just been cooped up in White Stag.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. So as you're about to leave, the kids actually haven't been making a peep. When you go into their room, you find that the bedroom door is open and they aren't there. And then you remember that this is their day off. And usually when they have their day off, they skedaddle. So, no, these children do not stay cooped up in any way, shape, or form. The only thing that's been keeping them cooped up is the promise of food and the agreement to go through their lessons. But otherwise, no, they have hit the town.
Well, far be it from us to take their weekend away.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what Brock is looking for is a couple of basic healing potions.
We should go to Herben.
Oh yeah. As well as he's looking for a magic halberd, I think, or the head of a magic halberd that he can mount on Lucille, realistically.
Okay, so if you're looking for so there are 2 potion shops inside of the inside of the Mystic Market. There is a Good Spirits potion shop, which I believe you have met the proprietor Balfour Roranan. There's also another one that you have not yet investigated called Buldra's Tears potion shop, which does you do know that Buldra's Tears potion shop is stamped with the mark of House Cannith. Or at least proudly displays that in their window, whereas Balfour shop does not. So those are the 2 potion shops. In terms of magical weaponry, you would probably be looking at. You have been told about the Mithril Blade Smithy.
Oh yeah. What's his name? The Dragonborn guy.
Atrix.
Atrix, that's him.
Yes. Yeah. So where would you like to head to first?
Potions. Yeah.
Belfast?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I think so. We probably ought to check in and make sure she's doing all right after the whole fiasco at the White Stag the other night.
Well, that plus she was also in the market when there was an explosion. So.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you head to Good Spirits potion shop. Good Spirits potion shop. You can see that it the sign for Good Spirits potion shop was built into, just like many other buildings or shops here, they're built into the towers themselves, or like they're built on the towers, like sticking out like a later addition. All kind of surrounding this very large open air market. Good Spirits shows a sign of, like, I imagine it's kind of like the St. Polly girl, but it's a dwarf holding potion bottles and going like ding 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 ding, or like but there's potion bottles, whatever. And you can see a number. You can see that there are a number. There's a smell that comes from this place that smells like hops and barley. And as you walk inside, you can see no children are running around this potion shop. But all adults kind of perusing there, and it looks like as if you're watching like a brewery. Behind the counter, finishing ringing somebody up, you see Balafra Roranan, the dwarven proprietress. And as you approach her, or as her customer leaves, she waves you and goes, "Hey! Oh, how you doing? Oh, it's good to see the 2 of you."
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Palafra?
Well, I'm good. I've got a lot of brisk business today. Busiest shopping day of the year. Not today, but soon.
What is the busy shopping day of the year?
Why, she's immediately asked a question and has to go off and help them for a bit. So you are left to see a number of potions set out before you. You can see that there appears to be a Goliath kind of like juggling potions and trying not to drop them. She's like runs over to go make sure that they don't fall to the ground.
Okay. I guess.
Brock will do these are the potions that you see for sale.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Hey,
I was gonna say, I guess Brock is going to do the thing where he pretends to be knowledgeable about the products on the shelves, like, oh yeah, while he waits for somebody to come back and help him. Which I guess he is a little bit more knowledgeable about now. Okay.
All right, we're gonna while you 2 are looking over that list, we are gonna head to Sarah. You are headed down to, where are you headed, to Melion's Gate?
Yeah.
Yep. So you head down to the Goblin District, and again the Goblin slum, and it is a true slum. You can see that it's primarily occupied by goblins and bugbears and what some might consider the more monstrous people of Sharn. They've all kind of been shoved into this really dark, shadowy section of my goodness, what would you call it? Sharn, Dura, Lower Dura. That's the phrase I'm trying to say. So, let's see. As you are headed down there, let me see if you run into anything interesting. That would be. as you are walking through, you notice that you are not that usually upon entering Malion's Gate as a human woman, usually you are immediately set upon by beggars and such who think that you may have coin. You do notice at this point you see a shaved-headed monk, it appears, in silvery blue robes, handing out like small packages or like parcels to a large group of of homeless people who have kind of or less fortunate who have kind of surrounded this bald-headed monk.
Is his garb like recognizable of like a specific religion?
Give me a knowledge of religion check.
A 9.
One of those religious types. You're not sure.
Okay. As I walk by, is he saying anything?
He seems to be loudly espousing the virtues of doing good unto your fellow man and resisting temptations and corruptions from those who would try to drive you from the path of righteousness.
Do gooder. Okay. And then I'm gonna go on to Lloyd.
Okay. You find Lloyd at your favorite eatery.
Greasy Spoon.
Greasy Spoon. He is currently sitting with this big old bowl, and you see a tentacle sort of like slides out and like wiggles a bit, and he's just hitting it with a spoon. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Oh, hey, how's it going there?
It's going good. They got the good stuff today, huh?
Yeah, they do, Deirdre. Oh, this is good stuff. It's wiggling. It's fresh. It's fresh. Hey, thanks for the fresh one. And you see a Kuatoa frog person on the other side going, woo, and he goes, They always bring the fresh seafood. What can I do you for?
Yeah, I got a question for you. I didn't know if you heard of a place called, sorry, not a place. Quill Alley, a street called Quill Alley.
A place, a street? Wait, hold on. You're stumbling all over your words.
Yeah, I am. I'm really bad at that. And also a guy named Franklin Winkeep. I don't know if you've heard of that guy.
No, I ain't heard of no random guy named Franklin Winkeep. Yes. But Quill Alley, yeah, we all know. I know where Quill Alley is.
Okay, where's Quill Alley at?
Quill Alley? He starts speaking at you with a mouthful of food at this point.
Yeah, you know I can't understand.
See a tentacle slides out of his mouth and starts.
Come on, slip it in.
He starts beating it with a spoon as it is wiggling there in his mouth, and eventually it kind of pops back inside of his mouth, and he makes a couple of choking sounds, and you maybe give him that good old strong pat on the back. Yeah, absolutely, that definitely helps. And eventually he manages to choke that thing down and goes, well, yeah, it's Quill Alley. That's located. That's over there in Lower Central. North Towers District. Nice place. Used to know a guy who ran a little shell game out of that area. You know,
it's a nice area. It's not.
I did. What made you think that's a nice area?
You said it's a nice area. That's what you said.
It's a nice area to swindle people.
Okay, well,
yeah, to
nice
swindle.
Area.
Well, I figured you understood what I meant. That our version of nice isn't whatever your new version of nice is, Miss. Living on high with the sunshine in your eyes.
I asked you to come up and visit, but you haven't done that yet.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't I take time out of my scraping by for an existence to come up and visit my rich friend in there?
Hey, I offered to give you and buy you stuff, and you said no. So I'm offering you.
Why didn't I take your charity? You're basically like the bald monk over there. Look at that guy just handing out food. Oh my God! Whatever. Be good, do good. Make sure you avoid corruption. The silver flame has got your back. Oh boy. Whatever. Every time. No, I'm good with what I'm doing here. Yeah. But you doing all right up there? I see you got a nice clean fingernails.
Yeah, I got nice clean fingernails. I'll take a bath.
A bath.
Yeah.
So fancy.
Yeah. It's a perfume. I can't sneak up on anybody no more. They smell me coming.
Yeah, I know clearly.
Yeah. Oh, just by chance, and again, it's nothing personal. Have you ever seen a lady with like pinkish purple hair wandering around?
Yeah.
Like really tall, really attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, dyeing your hair is pretty popular, and everybody's taller than me because I am a goblin.
No, I said really tall, like taller than me.
There gets to a point. where you start to crane your neck so far, you just kind of stop paying attention somewhere around that like 5.5 feet tall thing. It's like 5.5 feet, 7 feet. It all seems, it kind of feels about the same from my perspective. Yeah.
All right. Well.
You really got this whole thing of like, do you know these random people?
I don't know. You happen to know people. You're really good. You got a good ear to the ground.
Right, yeah, but I don't need. It's a city of like what, hundreds and hundreds of
thousands of people.
But yeah, I don't know.
What's the worst thing you can do? Not ask a question and then have you know the answer and never get it?
No, at least you're not asking me if I know specific goblins anymore.
I do ask.
That's why you're asking, aren't you?
No.
You're trying to prove that you asked me about other people other than just the goblins.
No, that's not true.
This is a.
What are you talking about?
I see.
I haven't talked to you about
You
any
know
other
exactly
goblins.
what I'm talking about.
Ever since I brought you back that little artifact thing I found that turned out to be a cheap piece of shit, I haven't asked you anything about goblins. So,
It was a cheap
you didn't
piece
like
of
my
shit.
gift. You didn't like it. You didn't like what I was trying to do for you. Understand the message. Message received.
Good.
You don't like gifts.
Fine. That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all.
You don't like my charity. You don't like me giving you stuff. So fine.
I don't like charity. Now, obviously, I need
I'm
somebody
giving you stuff and you say no. I say come visit. I give you a free
There's
meal
no
at my
a
new
gift
place.
and a charity.
I say come visit me at my
I
new
ain't some, like,
place.
poor
You
wretch
get a
on the
free
streets.
food. You get a free drink. Guess what?
You didn't
said
say
no.
free food or drink. That's not what you didn't
That
say.
is
That
implied.
That is not implied. That is not implied. Trust me.
Okay,
I've
look,
learned my
if
lesson
you come
on that.
upstairs,
I come upstairs.
yeah, you get free food, free drink from my place.
Top shelf.
Top shelf.
Because I gotta go walk all the way up
Look,
there.
look, it's the best. Whatever you want.
I mean, the
you get the best.
frickin' elevators don't work down here. You know that, right? Sky coaches don't
Do I
come
need to
down
like
here.
piggyback you up there or something? Like figure out a way to get up there.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, exactly.
You see a number of other people that are like you see a couple of kobolds
I'm
look
offended
over
on
at
his behalf.
a couple of kobolds, a couple of other goblins, like hearing you offer a piggyback to this. They all just like give you that wide-eyed look of, oh no. And we're gonna go ahead and cut away. I'm gonna cut away, and we're going to go back to you guys for a moment. So you are inside of the potion shop, and Battlefield comes back to you and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, we almost had a big old spill. We've had a couple of those, and that's just last stock."
Oh, completely understood. Could we have two of the greater healing potions and 3 of the regular healing potions?
You're looking. My apologies. You're looking for how many regular?
3.
3 regular. All right, and how many greater?
2.
Excellent, excellent. She will. Let's see. She's going to see if she has how much she has in stock. She has enough of the first, and then she has enough of the second as well. So let's see here. Because you guys managed to save her usually. Okay, so she goes. She'll tally it up here. So she goes, so 3 potions of healing is going to be 165 gold. Mm-hmm. And then 2 potions of greater healing is going to be 350. Okay. So 350 plus, what did I say, 165? Mm-hmm. Times 0.9. So she'll look at you and she'll go as she's putting these she's putting these potions in a nice bag, and you notice that they sorry. Yeah, she starts putting together, and you get the idea after you look through here, by the way, that all of these have different, her thing is flavored potions. Yeah. See, all of the potions in her shop are flavored based off of what appears to be different pale ales. Yeah. So she starts to wrap these up for you, and she goes, and she says, she goes, hi, usually that would be about 515 gold, but for you two, who helped out during a real hot situation, how about we go ahead and call that 463 gold and 5 silver?
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yes.
She offers you
Glad
a
we could help.
10% discount. Here. So, she goes, well, here you are then.
Are these things in like steins, or are they still in like regular?
I like to imagine they're like little stein-like potion bottles, right? Like small glass steins about the size of a potion bottle, but instead, with a little handle on it and a big old cork on the top of it. Yeah,
giant.
Can we roll on your chart for our flavors?
Yeah. So you go ahead and roll for the healing potions. You roll for the greater healing potions. Okay.
What am I rolling?
D10.
D10.
I got a 4.
Got a 4. Those are the regular healing potions are a Zelargan Blonde. A Zelargan Blonde.
Greater got a 2.
You got a 2. That is going to be a Braelish Pale Ale.
Hey, all right.
Braelish style of Pale Ales. So, He goes, well, I hope you enjoy. The alcohol content is a little bit low due to the magic kind of taking over. But, you drink enough of them and you get a nice little kick.
Thank you so much, Balafra.
Hi, of course. It was a pleasure to see the both of you. Now put that down! And she runs over as the Goliath is trying to pick something up off the top shelf, which is actually like two bookshelves stacked on top of each other, but he's trying to tiptoe to grab it, and you can see the whole thing starting to wobble. And she runs off after collecting the money from you. Or running the card.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Charging.
Excellent. And where are you two headed next?
So I need a pearl. What all do you need, though?
Well, I think I'm gonna visit. the mithril sword, mithril blade.
Oh, right.
Want to get a new pointy end for Lucille. And I don't know, maybe see if there's a good hawbook or something I can wear.
All right, so you guys are going to head you're going to head towards the mithril arms, and you're going to head towards the magic item shop.
Yes.
Okay, or the magic supplier.
Yes.
Shop, which would actually be, you are headed towards the. Hold on. Not the Dragon's Hoard. You are headed towards. Oh, I know where. Hold on. Mithril Blade, Moonlit Loom, the Wise Wood. Oh no, did I forget to print off the page for where you're going? For where you are going? Okay, well, you begin looking for a shop that'll fit your needs. We will go ahead and say that for right now. Okay, we're gonna head to you two. You two have, and forgive me, where is? You're
in the archive.
The city archive, which is in highest towers in the Central Plateau.
Yes.
You are standing in Tulls Hicks, or Clix's office. And Clix is looking at the two So you come into Clix's office, and you're both standing in there, and he goes, I see that you have brought a new friend with you, RJ.
Yes, this is another one of my companions that I am now involved with. And
Clix, by the way, is a kind of thinner warforged, wearing a slightly oversized suit. With a tie. It is tan with a kind of darker brown tie, and he has some just kind of nicer loafers on. And he approaches you and sticks out his hand. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure. Colton.
Colton, wonderful to meet you, Colton. Your hand is very cold.
I've been told that before.
Ah.
And this is Talus, an old war buddy.
Pleasure.
Is Clix's office still in the same place? Is
Yep.
he still okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's only been a week.
That's right,
or 2 days. Okay, what was your role, by the way?
It was 17.
Okay. I see. So you are looking for what sort of information today, RJ?
So, we are trying to find a location in the city. It is a street or possibly back alley or even a hidden name. We're not sure, and you were the first person I could think that might be a lead us. It's Quill Alley.
Oh, I see. Quill Alley, you said.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and check I'll be happy to check the archives for you. It will take me a few hours, or up to a few hours, if you wouldn't mind having a seat in the chair.
Would you mind, while we wait, if I also go up to the Office of Names? I have a little research to do with them also.
I could certainly do that for you as well, unless if you'd rather make two separate trips.
No, I just didn't want to put too much on. Then it's Franklin.
Oi, Franklin. Franklin W.
Franklin W.
That's going to be a very difficult thing to find.
Let me think on it, and I'll let you know.
Excellent.
But yes, specifically Quill Alley, and not only that, but if you guys have any knowledge of any changes recently around the alley or space.
Well, in the department that I work in, city planning, we should be able to see if there have been any requests for any changes to the building or modifications. Of course, in many areas throughout Sharn, some places still make their own modifications without going through the city records, but that would be in violation.
And depending on where it is, that might be happening. But I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Excellent. I will be back soon. And he has a couple of little chairs in his office, like set off to the side, like kind of for people to wait. And there's just a couple of magazines on there, but they're all like really old magazines that are clearly have been set up to look like it's a nice reading spot, but it's really just old. You also know that there is the one new thing is there is a fresh newspaper, the Sharn Inquisitive, sitting on top. There, which you can see that the headline reads "Lantern Villa Attacked."
Pick it up.
It takes a while for him to get back to you, but eventually he comes back to you. Says, "I have found Quill Alley. Were you able to remember the name of the person that you were trying to reach?"
Unfortunately, I have forgotten in our travel.
But if we can find this place, we may be able to ask around there.
Yeah.
So at the very least, knowing where Quill Alley is will at least point us in the right direction.
Well, I do have a list of people who do live around the area, although I'm not quite certain on who lives in which building, unfortunately.
That'd be super helpful in general.
You did mention a Franklin W.
Yes.
There is nobody by the name of Franklin W. on this list, though there is a Franklin Windkeep.
That sounds...
That sounds correct, yes.
Oh, I see. It begins with the W.
Yes.
That's right. I now remember. Quill Alley is located in the Central District.
Central District.
Lower Central District. In the North Towers. Sorry, I always get this mixed up. It is Central District... Central Ward, I think?
North Towers Ward.
North Towers Ward of the Central
Wait,
District.
no, I have it backwards.
Yeah, I think it's... I always get wards and districts.
Wards are like the big ones.
The big one. Okay. So in the Central Ward, North Towers District, and he shows you a map, kind of about whereabouts Quill Alley should. You can see that based off of the notations that he's showing here, that North Towers is a kind of a shop district with some various homes kind of built within the alleys of the shops or above the shops.
Okay, perfect.
So.
And he had a list of names and location, and one of them had Franklin Windkeep's.
Yes. And also, you can also see that it says that he has like a list that actually like breaks down each district, and you see that the of particular note, I suppose, is that that Lower Centra, what do you call it? City council member for the Sharn City Council, Sava Carissa, who owns the Trinity Art Gallery down there.
Can you spell that name?
Sava Kharisa. Sava Carissa. So he indicates he indicates to you where it is and says, "Well, Franklin Windkeep does in fact live in Quill Alley, maintains a residence, although I cannot tell you exactly which one without going through a bit more red tape to find."
If we need that, we will let you know, but that should be enough to at least give us a lead, so I'm going to leave it there to keep your hands clean.
I appreciate that. Oh, is that today's paper? I have not had a chance to read that. And he starts reading.
There's a great headline on the top. Just don't read too deeply.
He immediately looks at it and goes, "I got you plans for the Lantar Villa last time that you were here." Rolls it up.
I owe you two?
I don't want to see a headline like this again. Maybe I shouldn't have shown you Franklin Windkeep's place. What have you gotten me into, RJ?
It is all on the up and up. Trust me.
Okay.
I would not put
doubt.
Of all things I would not put Breland in danger, so whatever I'm doing is to assist in it. That's about as far as I can say right now.
Truth. I believe you.
I will try to not leave more crumbs your way, though.
I appreciate that. You both have a wonderful day and try to stay out of the papers this time.
Burn that when you're done reading it. Walk out.
Buy your own paper.
No, I said burn it.
Burn it. He goes, there's a million. Yeah, as you're walking, burn it after you read it. There are a million copies in circuit. As you walk out. Okay, so we head back to the two of you. You are actually headed towards the floating white tower.
Okay.
The floating white tower is let's talk about the floating white tower real quick. So, the floating white tower, which you at this point know is the home of the Esoteric Order of Arion, which is a mage circle located within Sharn itself. But you are not going to the tower itself. You're going to a, I like to, kind of the way to explain it is, to get to the tower, you see this like large arched, like golden gate, right? Kind of on the ground at the base of where the tower floats high above. And as you look above and you can kind of see under the tower, you can see like people are walking on like air. Like the tower is broken, right? There's no floor that you can see, but you see people walking as if there were a floor at the base of the tower, the portion of the tower that's left. It appears to be some sort of like wall, like force field that keeps people from falling through, and then through you can see that there's even more. There are stairs and something. It's kind of hard to see at this distance, but you do. You are assured by someone who works you've gathered from living here for a while that the golden archways are the key to getting inside the esoteric order of Arion. So as you approach, you see. Yeah, let me retcon half of what I just said. Let me just explain. You approach the golden archway where you can see a man in a wizard, in a classic wizard costume, along with a woman in a classic witch costume, going, scrolls, magical wonders, lessons, come right in, come through the golden arches. You, miss, you look like you'd like to see some magic in your life. Wink.
I do enjoy a good bit of magic, and I'm actually looking for something specific, pearls.
You should check out the gift shop. And they both gesture towards the golden arches.
All right, I go in.
All right, as you go through, there's a feeling of falling, but like up for a moment as you step through, and you are suddenly stepping out of the archway, and you are inside of this large round room. You can see staircases leading up into this kind of when you look up you can see like spiral staircases leading up to a number of rooms, but you cannot see the ceiling. It just keeps going as far as the eye can see. Hundreds of people of different ancestries dressed in scholar-like robes are moving up and down these staircases. Some of them on the wrong side of the staircases as they're moving into doors doors or hallways that lead out of the tower. Although you remember from seeing outside that none of this makes sense. As you look down, kind of realizing that you're inside the tower now, you see that you're standing on you're standing on nothing. You just see Sharn down below you about half, about a good 400 or 500 feet below you. You can see like little people walking like ants, like the ants they are.
Am I here as well?
No, you went to the.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were doing one or the other.
And you can see that that nearby you see gift shop, and there's a large hall into what appears to be a massive gift shop beyond another archway.
I head towards the gift shop.
As you head towards there and you step through the threshold, you get this brief feeling of like falling upwards again. And as you step and you realize like you don't know it, but you feel like you may have just. Let me stop here. You feel a sense of falling upwards again as you take a step through, and you're now standing inside this massive, I like to imagine like FAO Schwartz in New York City, the toy store, but it's like a Wizards implement shop, right? You can see different signs marking wands, staves, orbs, rings of power, and you see there's a large in the center. There's a very large circular counter, and a young elven woman kind of raises her hand towards you and goes, How can I help you, miss? And as you approach, you see that she has what you thought may have been blue hair, which maybe gave you causes actually just like lightning that is like crackling off of her head as if there's like hair falling down, but it like gives the impression of like lightning just like striking your shoulders.
Sometimes less is more.
Hi, how can I help you today?
Oh yes, I'm looking for a pearl, specifically a pearl that's worth 100 gold pieces.
Oh, an identifier pearl.
Yes.
Well, please follow me. We have a small selection to choose from, and she walks you through like these gilded glass cases and such. You pass by all kinds of different spell regions. Diamonds. And then you come to this case that has like all of these different pearls. You also see like different like round pearls, but some of them are fixed also to rings. Some of them are fixed to the tips of wands. You see a couple of necklaces as well. It goes, how do you prefer to carry your pearl?
Oh, preferably if I could carry it in a piece of jewelry would be lovely.
Well, we have many different types. We've got earrings. We've got bracelets, of course, for those who enjoy the dangly bangles. We have rings, pinky rings, thumb rings, toe rings as well. Less popular, but I think they're fascinating. We also have, let's see. Some of our mages find this pretty interesting. She kind of points, and it's a pearl tooth cap.
Okay. I think probably a ring.
Ring, all right. Toe ring or hand ring?
Hand ring.
Well, that'll make things a little bit easier. Which finger would you like? Would you prefer yours to be on?
If I could actually have a middle finger.
Excellent. I too like to use the middle finger often. That's for a mage with attitude. Now let's see. What color would you be like? What color is your typical ensemble? Would you say?
Typically, this is sort of my normal color palette, which tends to be pastels and lavenders and sometimes pinks.
So perhaps maybe something like in a nice yellow or blue? Or would you prefer the standard classic white? So really, we have any colors you can imagine.
If you don't have lavender, I'd probably go with the blue.
Yeah, with the blue. All right, and she shows you she like taps the glass case. As you've been talking about, the way you notice that the glass case has been shifting, and like the middle shelf is now like basically anything you don't want just suddenly disappears, and like new shelves appear, and it's all a bunch of rings now at this point, and then a bunch disappear. Now it's all hand rings, and now it's just a whole case of blue rings. She goes, well. Take a look at these. Of course, with the ring addition, there will be a additional surcharge to the 100, but fashion costs.
Of course.
Of course.
And, I have an above board question because I have a feature called Townie, and I don't know if that applies here and in the market square, which is that I get goods at a third less of the cost.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I think I like this one with the sort of the gold filigree ring band on it, please.
She goes, that's an excellent one. Well, come and follow me. And do you have your...
He just tickled himself.
Tickled pink. I just imagine, I'm like, how do we explain how you get this discount? And it just hit me. How you get this discount. Unless you have an idea, but I just got an idea.
Go for it.
Okay. As she starts drinking up, she goes, and do you have a Rewards Plus card with us? Oh, Platinum member. And she digs it up for the gold band that would have added 5 gold to the cost. But with this, it's going to be 105 gold, then at a third of the price. Or two-thirds. Jeez. Your Platinum member. Times.
Ding! Never go home without it. Never go anywhere without it, damn it.
70, she's going to say, that'll be 70 gold and 4 silver.
All right.
Quite the discount. You're a savvy shopper.
I do like my bling.
I like it's either I give her the platinum reward member, or I give her the like you just pull out a bunch of coupons and everybody in line behind you is like, ugh.
Let me grab out my penny saver.
Expired.
No.
Expired. Do you take check? No.
I would like to speak to your manager, please.
Okay, excellent. So you're able to purchase that. You, on the other hand, head over to the Mithril Arms. You hear the sounds of the blacksmith working. The large red dragonborn who you have I believe at least seen, if not directly spoken with.
Spoken.
Oh yeah, Andrew. No, he's not a pirate.
He's the guy who goes a wink.
A wink. My friend, my good chum, it is good to see you.
As you walk into his to the Mithril Arms, you see that as you walk into the Mithril Blade, it is a when you walk inside, you see that everything around has a very distinctive style. You see like etched into all of the blades and the weaponry are various like leaf or floral patterns, or you also see like patterns of like horses.
That's right, because he learned mithril smithing from the elves.
Yes, and everything has a very elven theme.
Yes,
here.
that's right.
So as you walk in, he goes,
well, how can I help you? Happy to see you.
Adrix, right?
Adrix,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
that's my name. Don't wear it out. A wink.
Well, Adrix, I'm looking for a pole arm. Or I guess this is kind of a weird question. Do you do bayonets?
Bayonets.
Like really big bayonets?
Like for say a crossbow.
Yeah.
Well, that is certainly something I could do. Yes.
Do you have any on hand right now?
Do I have any on hand?
Something about the size of like a halberd blade would be perfect.
I could certainly. Yes, I would believe that I do. Are you looking for enchanted or unenchanted?
Yeah, enchanted would be great, actually.
Enchanted would be great. Well, I do have a few.
he starts looking through here.
And I assume you're wanting something more in the style of, say, a polearm.
Yeah.
Sort of that. I see. He starts he leads you over to a section of just various blade heads that usually would be attached to maybe a polearm, but then he as he's talking, he mentions how you could retrofit it to fit onto as a bayonet as well. He goes, and of course we have your standard, your spear, your boar spears, your assegais, your yaris, your glaives, your gersons, your billhooks, your fauchards. Over here we have some warforks, halberds, of course, brandestocks, Corsicks. I always have a problem with pronouncing that one. Ear spoons, lances, warsides, bardiches, vogues, poleaxe, perhaps, if you're interested in that.
Yeah, you don't. That one sounds great.
It does. Well, but perhaps you'd be interested in the ransir or the spadeham or the trident.
I don't know if a trident's really my style.
Yes, that makes sense. It gives a little nautical feel. Have you thought about a man-catcher? Possibly a sword staff, a naginata? I don't understand how to pronounce that one quite well. Maybe the gyondao, the G, the monk spade, the lucerne, perhaps?
Why don't we circle back to the poleaxe?
You sure? Because we haven't looked at yet the bec de corbin, the battle staff, the quarter staff. Well, that's just a stick.
Now he's just showing off.
What sort of weapon style are you looking for? What statistically are you wanting?
A halberd.
Okay.
Something I can poke with and also swing.
Okay. Poke with and also swing. Okay, excellent. Well, eventually you settle on a particular blade, a halberd-like blade. The cost for it is effectively the cost of a halberd, plus 500 gold.
Plus 500. Wolf.
Woo! This will give you the. It is enchanted though. It should be able to break through any. Well, not any, I suppose, but many creatures' natural resistance.
Yeah, that is what I'm worried about.
Yes.
500 though. Yeah, you know what? I'll treat myself.
Treat yourself.
And treat my enemies too,
Treat yourself, whatever year it is.
Okay. All right. So you go ahead and he will put up here. He starts making some quick modifications to it while you're talking. But eventually, it's not too long. Basically, he just like unscrews, takes off, and puts on a new holster.
He takes it off the haft and
Takes on the haft. Well, it wasn't already on that, but he's got a little patented thing that he does to put on to just retrofit where it would go on the haft.
Mm-hmm.
He just puts one that's more like this, and an L, and it creates the L joint.
Yeah.
And then hands it over to you at 500 gold pieces.
Plus, I think 50 is
plus the cost of a plus whatever the cost of a halberd would be.
I'll look it up and add that.
Excellent. All right.
All right. Well, great. This is really fine work, Adrix. I'll be sure to put it to good use. I'll tell all my friends.
And we are House Kenneth certified. So as a result, you will never find yourself with any sort of mishaps with those. Got to be careful about getting that stamp of approval. That's what it means.
Right,
You see,
right.
Always works like it should. Kenneth, it's good stuff. A wink.
Okay. Well, I'll see you around, Adrix.
Goodbye.
All right, and at this point, you guys are
Shit.
Okay. At this point, you guys find yourselves kind of coming back together. It's been about half the day through going through the various markets, trying to pick up things and such. The two of you probably go home and wait for a little while before these two groups eventually make their way back.
Have the kids returned at all?
They have not.
Okay. Do I know about where they hang out, like when they are on their days off?
Generally, so they generally are just rushing throughout the city. Yes, you know what? Go ahead and give me a let's see how much you keep track of the children. So go ahead and give me let's just go straight up investigation check.
Investigation. So intelligence based. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would like a reroll, please. With my phone.
Good.
Oh, nat 20. So good reroll. Plus 3, 23, plus 3, 26.
You know, today they'll be spending some time in, actually, ironically, Lower Central.
Awesome. I'm going to head there and try to find them.
Before we head down to the lower districts, what are our feelings on disguising? I know you wanted to find the children, but outside of that, I don't think a disguise would be out of order.
Well, I'm so glad you brought that up. Because I cooked up something last night that I think is going to really check it out. And he pulls out, like, a little, like, cylindrical device that he hooks onto his coat. And he, like, just got to hit this button here. And a magical disguise, like, forms over his person. And he now looks like a tall muscular half-orc.
Huh.
Pretty good, right?
Is this
Let me see if it fizzles.
This is something with your head.
Yeah, he's like pretty good, right? And then there's like a little plume of smoke like comes out of the disguise, and there's like a burning smell.
Oh no, Rocket, are you on fire?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's supposed to happen.
It's like trying to
I think I'll just
you.
wear a different hat.
Okay, well we got to go do this in the next hour then. That's as long as this lasts.
Let's go.
If anybody else wants disguises, I can't.
It'll take an hour to disguise the group.
Okay.
Okay. Well, shit.
I think I'm ready to go. I can get us there without us being seen.
Right.
I don't think there's any reason for us to be
Right,
disguised.
you're putting on another hat.
I'll change hats.
Your feelings.
I will stick to the shadows if we really want us concealed for now.
All right. When we get closer there, I can also disguise myself quickly. But I'm gonna wait maybe until we're a little bit closer down.
That would have been good. I was just really excited about
I
it.
understand.
Hey, it's a cool thing. You got a cool thing going
Yeah,
on there.
I'll fix it. Maybe.
Good job,
we'll
Bart.
try it. Thanks.
It's brand new.
Thank-
You'll
That's
make it
very
right.
impressive.
I know you.
Thank you.
You're an impressive guy.
Buddy, mate.
You guys are good friends.
Okay. All right. So you are headed towards a different ward. You guys are currently up here, and you guys are headed down all the way down to North Towers, which is so you're basically hopping over one ward. Well, 1, 2, 3. It takes you if you walk on foot, it will take you about let me see here. 1, 2, 3. It'll take you an hour and a half to get there.
No problem.
Okay.
If you the other and does your ability to walk through the sea lower the time at all, or does it just keep you from being able to be?
It only keeps me from being seen or tracked.
Correct. So you could go trackless, but it'll take an hour and a half to get there, or you could go, or you could pay a sky coach to significantly speed up that time.
We have the money. Why don't we take a sky coach for once?
I'm fine with a sky coach.
Okay.
Half our job is hiding in plain sight. We don't always need to be skulking about.
That's good. So you guys, using the sky coach, it probably takes about, I'd say like 20 minutes or so. To get that, that's going to be a total of, because you're going down the lower board districts, 15. Let's call it 5 silver per ward. I like that. 1 silver per ward. So 3 silver apiece from each of you. Yeah, 3 silver apiece.
Sorry, just to clarify, we did disguise the group, like spending an hour beforehand doing that, or
It sounded like no.
No,
we did not take. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, cool. So we still actually have some time left on my disguise.
Yep. Okay, so you head down to this district, to the lower wards, lower central. Let me go ahead and kind of explain what you are seeing as you arrive. Sorry, hold on. I should have been pulling this up, right?
Oh, we should pass those potions out that we got. You guys want? We got healing potions
Ooh.
Nice.
from Balafra's shop, so they're in little.
Well, that's the good
little,
stuff,
little
yeah.
steins. It's cute.
So conceptually, with these, yes, we should use them if we need them, but more than not, we should keep an eye on you guys to make sure we can get you guys back up, because you're the only one that can do this inherently, right?
I believe so.
So, North Towers is a shopping district located in the lowest portion of central the plateau on the north side of the lower central plateau. It is kind of a more middle class district. You see that all over this district are quirky little boutiques and small bookstores that kind of stand out amidst a host of more mundane shops. So it's mainly just boutiques and bookstores in this district. As you, it does not take you long till you find yourselves reaching, kind of standing at the mouth of Quill Alley. Now, as you approach Quill Alley, hold on here. As you approach Quill Alley, you see a cart laden with apples comes careening towards you from the opposite direction, rolling downhill through this alley, or like kind of down the bridge that kind of serves as the hill. You see riding on top of this cart of apples is a tiefling boy with an eye patch who is screaming at the top of his lungs, "Look out!" as he shouts. I need everybody to give a dexterity saving throw, please.
This is karma.
This is karma.
A little bit.
Or, I'm sorry, let me ask this question, and keep that roll. What do? You see a cart coming right towards you. What do you do?
And we see him on top of it. I'm running to try and save him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it doesn't look like he has any control over the cart, Brock's gonna look to try to stop it.
So stop.
Yeah.
I kind of stand in the background to kind of watch this because
So you try to get out of the way of the
Yeah.
cart. Yeah, excellent.
I want to try and help. Want to try and stop it.
Okay, so the three of you try to go and try to stop the cart. I need a strength saving so everybody who tried to stop the cart is giving me a strength saving throw. Anybody who tried to dodge out of the way is giving me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh yeah.
Well, I rolled a nat 20, but it's -1.
Hey, so good.
19.
19. Okay, and that you said a nat 20?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a saving throw, though. That's a saving throw. Okay.
24.
24?
14.
14. 17. Okay. And then
13.
okay. The cart clips you
Yeah.
as you try to throw yourself out of the way. Anybody who did not get a 15 or higher gets hit by this cart for a grand total of 3 points of damage. The three of you do manage. Go ahead and explain to me how the three of you avert disaster here. And with the nat 20, I'm going to give it to you. Go ahead and explain how the three of you avert disaster.
I think my aim is I basically jump up to get next to him to try and like brace him and my weight, and then I think when they actually they're trying to stop it, but I'm on top of it to try and slow it down with the additional weight.
Excellent. And this manages to stop it from just bursting out into the overall thoroughfare at the end of the alley. You see a very familiar person, the young tiefling boy with the eye patch. Goodness gracious, how have I forgotten his name? Kelsus, yeah. Kelsus is sitting there. Kelsus sitting in your arms as the whole thing just kind of stops, and immediately a bunch of apples kind of spew everywhere, and you can see the other two kids are running down the alley going, oh, Kelsus! So Kelsus looks at you and goes, wow! Well, he goes, wow, that's awesome! Let's do it again!
We better not. Let's actually get off the cart.
Hey, we found the kids.
Real quick. I'm gonna try and get off and help him down.
Sprat, Jeremy, and Justin Al join up soon. You see Jeremy is kind of looking a little shy as he sees all of you, but he's kind of warmed up to you, but he's just a shy boy. And then of course Sprat, the oldest of the three, she has her standard wooden sword at her side, and she sees and goes, what brings you all down here?
We're actually trying to locate a guy, Franklin Windkeep.
Franklin Windkeep?
Yeah.
We know Franklin. Yeah, we know Franklin, says Kelsus.
You know Franklin? How do you know Franklin?
We know Franklin because he gives us, every so often, he gives us some food.
Well, that's great. Can you take us to this Franklin?
Yeah, he lives right over there, and he kind of points to a house over in the alley.
Oh, well, that's great. Have you? Did you guys have some lunch today?
No, we have not. And then you see Jeremy kind of just looks down at the ground as Kelsus goes, no, we haven't. And Sprat goes, we have. He goes, and then Kelsus goes, well, I could use a snack though.
How about I go get you a snack? Why don't you come with me?
I nudge you, and
How
I
about
point down at the apples.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how about one of these nice juicy apples? Brock's already biting into an apple.
They're not
caught.
they're
This
not
apple
our
belongs to
apples, so
someone.
I'm not going to offer apples that aren't us.
Kids, whose cart is this?
Do we really want to know?
Sprat goes, do you really want to know? And Kelsus goes, we took it. And Jeremy goes, and starts sharing it with his owl.
All right, kids, why don't you come with me for a bit? Let's just get out. I'm going to get him away from this situation, and I'll be right back.
They give a collective aw, and they start Kelsus and Jeremy stuff their pockets full of a quick handful of apples as they follow along.
Good job, guys. Good job. Just next time, don't roll it down a hill.
What? You're speaking really quietly.
I said next time, don't roll it down a hill and get out of the way. You gotta be in control. But
it's much more fun that way. That's what I told him. Says Sprat.
Really fun. I know it's really fun if you can maintain your feet, but you weren't gonna maintain your feet. You're gonna careen into people. But anyway. I got a job for you guys.
A job?
Yeah, a job.
Oh, we just did a job.
I know, but it's going to be 2 lizards on a stick each.
2 lizards on a stick? 2 lizards? And Jeremy goes... Jeremy kind of points to Justin and Al.
He'll get 2, too.
And they all... Sprat nods good. Okay. This is how it should be.
All right. So, I want you guys to know, I want you to be really safe with this one, but we're looking for anybody that happens to mention a stone of galore or an eye of galore. So
he wants to ask around about the stone?
No, just keep your ears open. Listen about it. If you hear someone talking about it, or if somebody
ask them what it is.
No. Just come back and tell me. Right, remember who they are, where they are when they said it, and bring it back to me.
You want us to find the stone and bring it back to you, says Kelsus, and Sprat kind of smacks him on the back of the head and goes, no, she wants us to keep her ears out, and if we hear anything, come tell her. Yeah. And then Kelsus goes, and then steal it.
Oh, if you get an opportunity, I'm not going to fault you, but don't do it because it's really dangerous. So only do it if you're not going to get caught at all.
Danger's our middle name, says Kelsus, and Sprat goes, it's actually not. And Jeremy goes,
oh, you're cool, Jeremy. Let's go get you guys some snacks.
As you walk off towards a cart, you can hear the sounds of you can hear the distant sounds of shouting of where are my apples? So you'll get them some snacks, and they agree to keep an ear out for you and see what they can find out about the Stone of Golor. So what I want you to do in your character sheet, because the orphans are kind of a character trait of yours. So what I'd like you to do here is I'd like you to indicate on your character sheet kind of what assignment you have them on. Okay. So just make a spot for that. Okay. Eventually, this gets wrapped up. The kids go on their way with their apples and with their pockets full of stolen apples and their lizard on a stick. And you guys find yourselves back at the alleyway.
I'm gonna sort of position myself sort of hidden between a wall and Brock, who's very tall, and go ahead and do a imperceptibly fast disguise self.
Okay.
I look like a human, maybe a little bit younger than me, actually. Like early 20s. Just look like a Musgrave University student.
Sounds good.
I look like a college girl.
Wonderful. Okay. So as you toss on your disguise real quick, in true Sherlock Holmes with Robert W. Jr. fashion, you find yourself you find your attention kind of drawn towards the small, like a kind of apartment, I guess, built into the sides of these tower clusters here in this alley. You find yourself seeing it looks to be a small ground floor apartment from this distance. You can see that from this distance you see it's a small ground floor apartment.
Okay.
So.
Hey, Will, above board question real quick. Did you say this was called North Towers or North Edge?
North Towers.
North Towers. Okay.
North Towers.
Okay. Well, so we just go knock on the door?
Probably the easiest way.
We're just looking for Franklin, right?
Yeah. Just
So-
trying to have a conversation to figure out what we can.
So how do we introduce ourselves? Hi, Franklin. We're just a couple of random strangers looking to ask you a few questions. Nothing shady about that at all. Nothing shady
Maybe
about
you're
that.
doing like a research project or something.
On what?
I mean, we
I don't
could just be
know what
taking in
Lost
for
Legends
hoping
of
the
the
kids.
Lost Legend.
Lost Legends of the City, you know.
Hey, that's a good point. We just say,
Just-
hey, we help take care of the kids, and we wanted to come thank you and see if that leads to a conversation.
Yeah. They gave us an opening. They know him. He sometimes feeds them.
They do.
These kids live with us, or I guess they live with y'all, and now that I'm there. But it gives a perfect opening to say, hey, we were told that you're down here and we want to thank you.
Okay.
Personally.
Yes.
Don't say it like that.
What? Say like what?
Oh, I thought you-
Like, personally.
I thought you were going to give.
Oh, like a little tidbit following up the personally? No, I was adding on to his thing.
Okay.
Although personally, goes off on a tangent. So we're
I knock on the door.
yeah.
So you head up to the door, and as you knock on it, you can see that the door just opens with the force of your knock. You can immediately see that the frame around the door has been splintered.
Oh shit.
And you, as the door opens, it reveals you see splintered wood on the ground. You can see that this small apartment has been completely tossed. You see furniture upended, papers all over the place, and you can see there's a ajar door to another room towards the back. Like right now, you're like in the little kitchenette slash living room slash dining, like the all-purpose room here, and the place has just been tossed all someone's ransacked this place.
I'm going to move in. I'm trying to be quiet, but I'm immediately trying to look for people or bodies.
You hear no sounds of anybody as you come inside. But you start looking around for signs of like bodies or maybe a scuffle of some sort. Do the rest of you move inside as well?
Yes. Brock's moving in, and he's basically sweeping the place. In particular, paying attention to that back room.
I'm moving toward that back room to get ready to check what's behind it.
I'm waiting on the outside and keeping an ear out both in and above. So, like, making sure nobody... Or actually, sorry, correction. I am looking around and listening to see if anybody's trying to spot this apartment, like people going in.
Okay, so you're staying outside, trying
Yes.
to keep an eye on it. Excellent. And do you head inside or stay outside?
So I'm obviously back. Not expecting this. I munch on my lizard on a stick and then kind of start crouching down in the motion to move inside.
Okay, so the four of you move inside. As you move inside, I assume then that as you move in, you probably like close the door behind you and maybe a way to like kind of keep make sure that it's not obvious. And as you close the door, you can see scrawled in black paint across the door as you close it is a symbol of a monstrous eye with the paint still dripping down.
Damn it.
And we're gonna go ahead and end the session there for the night.
Dang it.
That's,
They beat us here.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dun 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 dun.
All right. Okay, so that was tonight's episode, like shopping trip episode, right?
Yeah.
Goodness. So now that we've met some of them, shopping trips in the future will probably be handled outside. But I kind of wanted to introduce some of the shops and such and give you guys kind of the
We've
idea.
met some of these folks before.
Yeah, Okay, so so let's go ahead and good session. How are we? How are you feeling? I know you didn't get a lot of chance to talk tonight.
I mean, sometimes it's okay just being kind of the passenger along. It was nice meeting RJ's contact, kind of, I don't know RJ very well, so seeing him interact with people he knows, it's always interesting to see people interact with people they know, because it kind of tells you kind of how they talk to people.
Sure.
It's nice to know we have a contact at the archives. That's always a good resource.
Excellent.
And I'm glad the kids didn't hurt themselves, but by God, by God.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right, now how does Colton feel about the situation?
They got to here, and the monstrous eye, I believe that's probably...
It is a symbol of death, yeah.
So basically, like he said, fuck, they got here before we did. Is he dead? Is he kidnapped? What do they know?
Exactly. Good questions. RJ, how are you feeling about the situation? Or Dennis, how's RJ feeling about the situation?
So he actually was pretty happy how easily they were kind of able to figure out this portion of what they needed to find to get to this place and to find this space. Almost too easy. And he never likes when it goes that smoothly because shit's about to go bad. And, he's on the outside of the door. I'm sure he's about to find this out quickly, and he's not going to be happy. The flip side, though, is I think those kids are pretty damn cool, and maybe telling Delph where his next group of special ops might be coming from, because that's a pretty good...
Sir, I found more disaffected youth that no one will miss.
Hey, no.
Listen. RJ is a particular type of person.
Does he have a particular set of skills?
And I want to point out something real quick, just to kind of speak to something you just said about the kind of how easy it went. And let's, it's because I think sometimes from our perspective, it's kind of easy because hey, it was just a roll, we got the information, but you needed to still some information to get that, and then these rolls kind of represent an amalgam of hours and hours worth of watching. So
I more meant we actually could get specific answers to questions. It wasn't partial answers or
right.
We were able to figure out this is a real alley.
Yeah.
And we were able to figure out Franklin will be somewhere in
this
that alley.
Right.
That was reassuring to him, but also on the flip side, it's where's the twist? He's jobs always go foobar. If this part wasn't the foobar, then the foobar's in the future.
Right. Well, Sarah, how is Dee feeling about the situation thus far?
She's well, par for the course.
Right.
Some other motherfucker got here first. And then, but she actually is very proud of the kids stealing that apple cart. That is she feels like maybe she made the same sort of comments that Lloyd did the first successful score she did. And is we're just really proud.
I'm so proud of these kids.
These
kids stealing these apples.
Look at you guys. Move that apple cart down. You did it. It crashed, but you got away.
How is Brock feeling about the whole about today's events?
Man, that dream of getting his own workshop just keeps moving out of his grasp. But you know we're gonna need the magic weapon at some point. So yeah,
it's important.
In regards to more recent developments, God damn it, it's Dask again. We're gonna have to follow their trail into some sewer and get into a big fight with a bunch of
That
them.
happened
Again.
one time. You went into one sewer.
It's significant. Our shoes got.
It was memorable.
It's memorable. That's fair. How's Adelaide feeling about the situation?
She's feeling like maybe her being a parental or guardianship. She's the opposite of Deidre, who's very proud that they stole property. She's like, where did I'm not a good parent or parental stand-in. Why are the kids stealing? But with what's at hand, I mean, her immediate thing is locate where is Franklin. Have they taken him? Have they killed him? Is he here? It sort of opens up more questions, right? Because we were trying to find this, sort of focusing that this was a tie to the changelings, but also some way or another, Dask is also tied to this, whether they know that this is linked to the changelings or if it is something that they have come through a different avenue to.
Mm-hmm.
So more questions have opened up.
That's good. Well, hopefully next episode we'll be able to answer some of these questions. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who've watched this far, thanks. That's awesome. You made it through the whole video. Hey, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button and that subscribe button, we would greatly appreciate it. But even if you don't, we still appreciate the fact that you stayed and watched this episode of Basements and Besties, the Dark Lanterns of Sharn. And we really hope to see you next episode in 2 weeks. My apologies. Friday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Well, otherwise, if there's nothing else, I guess we'll just see you later.
Oh, right. We'll see you in the basement. That's
Hey.